I knew that games played on computers were going to be big. I don't think I ever really put a pencil and paper to figure out how big, but I knew it was going to be an important part of the world from that point on. I played games on the big computers while I was at engineering school and worked in amusement park summers. And that marriage really sort of put things in perspective. I knew the economics of the amusement park business. I knew the games on the computers. I knew that if I brought one to the other, it would work. It was probably 3/4 of the people thought I was stark raving mad. And the rest said, boy, this is really cool. This is really neat stuff. I think that people always question new things. I like to say everyone believes in innovation until they actually see it. You know, my contributions really were to make things cost effective. I mean, the first video games were programmed on the big computers. Like, I think Steve Russell was a real pioneer. A guy named Willie Higginbotham who did the first sort of ping pong game. And I felt that my job was really as much of a businessman as it was as an inventor, though the technology that I came up with was used heavily throughout the 70s. There are so many wonderful tools and technologies and power that you can just do so many things. Like, I'm currently very infatuated with accelerometers in iPhones. I think there's really a lot of very interesting things that can be done there. I think that some of the cloud gaming, where games can sort of be presented almost like a cable show, where you switch channels from BioShock to Half-Life. You know, real easy. Don't have to boot anything up. It's all in your browser. I mean, that's pretty cool. But the real fun part is location-aware games, where you're playing a game in your environment. So you go to the mall, and you know, you don't realize it, but there are all kinds of ninjas that are out there ready to pounce. I mean, this really brings your life and your gaming into a real thing. It just becomes a life party. In the future, I believe that they will solve some of the problems with virtual reality. You know, the big problem when you put the goggles on and the head tracking is that people get seasick almost immediately. And so it really put a damper on that business. I think that's going to be solved. And then if you cannot tell the difference between real reality and virtual reality, it gives a really big opportunity for tremendous gameplay. And I think that's going to be one of the big breakthroughs.